Hey, it's Cordelia, the educator. Hope you guys are really well. So today on this YouTube video, I'm going to talk about how I ensure that my three children were always really super smart, always top of the class, in whichever school that they went to, and just made sure that their education was really good without subscribing to expensive educational programs or without getting them a tutor. This is like before we did the whole tutoring thing. I'll talk about that in another video. But what did I do to ensure that my children were really bright, okay, without spending loads and loads of heaps of money? Here's my 5 tips on what you can do to support your children from home as a mom, as a dad, auntie, uncle, whatever, what you can do to help these children to become really bright. And we all want our children to excel. We all want our children to achieve in life. And here's some things that you guys can implement to support your children from home. Let's face it, we all know that even if we send our children to school, they all have different sort of nuances. They learn in different ways. There's lots of children in the classroom these days, so up to 35 children. That's a lot of children. So if we want our children to excel, we really need to start doing things from home as well to support them on things outside of school. So these are just a few things which you can implement like today to really help your child. And seriously, over a period of time, it really does have a massive impact. But the thing is, you've got to be consistent to ensure number one, to subscribe and like this channel, because I'm going to continue to show you what to do. And as long as you implement it and you are consistent with your child, then you will see those grades start to boost. You'll see them become so much more confident in school with their learning and at home as well. And they're going to start falling in love with their learning journey. And that's exactly what we want. So without further ado, here's my kind of top things that you need to implement. So number one, don't stress about education, okay? We all want our children to do well. We all want them to succeed. Everyone does, or everyone should anyway. But if we as a parent are really stressed about them getting their grades, really stressed about them achieving from a young age, they in turn will feel that stress and they will start, and a lot of the times our children shut down when they start to feel stressed and overwhelmed, just like we do as adults, right? So do not stress. I say this to parents over and over again. Children learn at different rates, okay? So children will pick up things at different points in their life. Don't stress, don't force it. We need to create a learning journey with our children, which is fun, which is enjoyable, which they love. And if we're all stressed out or anxious about their future, they in turn will feel it. So first thing, do not stress about their educational academia now or in the future. Second thing is you need to start super early, okay? This is the key to it. I have, he's just turned 3 now. Probably little boy is lovely. I will show you him on another video or drop into some of my shorts. I'm sure you're going to find him in there. And we literally started educating as soon as he could sit up straight. So we started with his phonics, we started with his numbers, and it wasn't sort of like, I see a lot of parents doing flashcards consistently over and over again. Guess what? This only gets a child to memorize. We want them to enjoy the learning journey. So we did things such as I'd throw the flashcards and he'd have to go and run after them. Or I'd hide them under a blanket and I'd ask him to guess which letter it was or something like that. When we're out and about, we're always looking at like number plates, and I'd ask him to tell me what numbers they are or what letters are on the number plates, door numbers, things like shapes when we're out and about. What shape is it? What can you see? The lamppost is tall, or can you point to the shortest lamppost? Really getting that language in there as well. I will show you how he talks. He talks extremely well as well, but it's simply just come from consistently talking to him as well. So talk to your children and start super early, just with their numbers, just with their phonics, really early, be consistent. I think, and library visits as well. So we try to go to the library at least once a week. And although obviously he can't, well, he actually can read right now, just CVC words, but from a young age, we used to pretend that he could read, so he'd, babble through the books and such, and it just got him to realize that, hey, reading is important, reading is fun. So implement super early. If you want to do this for free or as cheaply as possible, super early. Learning style. So every child has a different learning style, and it's really important for us as parents to understand what is our child's preferred preferred learning style. So again, I'll do another video on learning styles. So there's 4 kind of main learning styles. How does our child prefer to learn? So they may enjoy kinesthetic learning, so moving around, moving their hands. They may enjoy auditory learning, listening to things. They may enjoy read-write learning, reading and writing. So we need to find out how our child prefers to learn and do lots of learning that implements that specific learning style. I will drop, I'll do another video on that because that's a whole another thing. So learning styles, we must understand how our children prefer to learn. That's another thing that they don't really do in school as well. Guess what? We can do it at home as well. So don't worry about that. Keep it fun. Keep them active, keep them moving, implement everything that they like. So if they like football, integrate that into learning. If they enjoy basketball, I've got my oldest son, he plays nationally, loves basketball. So when he was a bit younger, we did I remember this particular game, I got, again, cost nothing at all. It was simply A4 sheets of paper, wrote down some sums, got him to answer them, throw them into the bin. He scrunched them up, and as if he was playing basketball, he threw them into the bin. It was wicked. He loved it, and he was asking consistently all the time, can we play? It was learn as well. And this is what we have to do, integrate what they love into their learning. They will want to continue to learn. To keep it fun, keep it engaging, keep talking to them, keep up the pace. So when your child's finished something at home, you've got to keep it interactive. You've got to keep them moving. Don't keep them waiting for too long. Kids get bored. Hello. So you've got to keep it moving. Encourage them. What I see a lot of parents doing is pitting their children or comparing their children. So they might say, oh, my oldest, he was achieving this at this point, and my youngest was achieving, she's not quite there yet. Don't listen. Children are all different. They're every single time. I've got 3. Completely different from each other. My youngest is bubbly, bit crazy, talks so much, very bright. My middle child, she's writing her first book now. She's 7 years old. She's more of a read-write learner. She could just sit and read forever, and I literally mean forever. My oldest, he's very competitive. As I say, he plays basketball nationally. He doesn't really like reading that much. He's a bit more of a kinesthetic learner like me. They're all different. So if we're going to sit down and compare, this is the problem. Children know when we compare them. They hear when we talk. Oh, they can hear when they say, "No, your brother's a little bit smarter," or "Your brother could achieve this when he was this age." Do not do that. It makes them worry about their future. This is what we don't want to do. So ensure that you're not comparing your children. They know when you are. Okay. And the last thing is ensure, as I think I've mentioned this already, but just ensure that you are aware that children learn at completely different rates. I've got this lovely boy who I now do, because I now have my own tutoring business, but I've got this lovely young boy who I tutor. And when his mom came in, she was quite anxious about him learning his phonics, because he just wasn't picking them up. And I did say to her, and I say to all parents, listen, don't worry. Please don't worry, okay? Children can feel the fear. They can feel the fear. And obviously we began doing all his phonics. We used flashcards. We've got these really nice wooden alphabets, and just jigsaw puzzles and things like that. And all of a sudden, he's just picking them up. He's picking them up so quickly because he's enjoying the journey. He loves it. We don't stress there. It's all fun and games, and it's interactive for them. He's always smiling. He calls me auntie, which I think is probably quite cute as well. He's only young. But because he's enjoying the learning journey and he's not stressed or frustrated or trying to learn everything at once, he's just like, let's play. And a lot of the time I say to the children, do you want to play? And they're like, yeah, let's play. So we play. We throw them around and they run after them, and we hide them and they trace over them, and lots of, you've got to keep it interactive. These are children. Think from the eyes of a child. How as if you was a child, how would you prefer to learn? Think like that, and our children will go further so much quicker, because we are encouraging them to learn through the eyes of a child. Okay. They can't keep still. They want to move around. They want to go under the table. They want to hide things. They want to play. I don't know. They want children or people to chase. They like chase. So these are the things that we've got to think about. Putting things on the stairs. Putting letters on the stairs as they go up. Let's count the letters. Let's do, or even as they get older, little sums. I used to do this with my oldest one as well. Little sums on the staircase. So every step that he goes up, he'd have to answer a sum. These are the kinds of things that we need to integrate. If you don't want to spend a fortune on tutoring, and if you have the time at home as well, listen, you can do it. Our children are they're like sponges. Okay, they want to learn. Now remember that as a parent, children want to learn. In fact, I'm going to go as far as saying they love learning, but it is up to us to find the resources. I do also sell resources to find the resources, okay, to find the time to be consistent. And you know what? Let's support these children to smash learning like never before, because at the end of the day, I don't think we can. In fact, I know, coming from a teaching background as well, we can no longer just solely depend upon school. Okay, if we want to provide our children with a phenomenal educational journey like never before, then we have to give them something outside of the educational box, or outside of school as well. And that's what I'm all about. I'm all about making it engaging, making it interesting, making it fun for these children, but also supporting them to be the best versions of themselves, because I believe a child will never truly put in the best that they can until they want to, and we make them want to. No, that sounds a bit harsh, but they want to through play, through engagement, through enjoyment of the subject, of the topic, and that's exactly what we do. So I really hope that those tips were helpful, and that you actually do implement at least one of them today. Like, have a go, just see, don't stress, start really early with their education. Think about their learning styles. I'll do another video on it. Make it fun, make it interactive, and pick up the pace, okay? Pick it up the pace. Keep them learning, and encourage them. Do not force. And remember, children learn at different rates. So, think about your specific child and make it individual to them. I'm Cordelia Cooper, the educator. Hope that really helped, and I'll see you on another video. Don't forget, I'll be posting about learning styles as well. That's going to be a really interesting one, because this is something that they don't do at schools, that they don't really incorporate at schools, which I think they really, really should, because we did this in tuition the other day and it was an eye-opener. So look out for my video on learning styles. Guys, take care. See you next time. Later.